You're welcome to today's video. In this particular video, I'm going to show you an analysis of a telecommunication dashboard. Now, given the increasingly complex and heterogeneous business environment, companies around the world need a workforce from diverse background, diverse ethnicity, and diverse culture. They need a workforce that has um, talent from diverse backgrounds and diverse ethnicity as well as diverse culture. So, as such, companies around the world are trying to achieve gender balance among their workforce as well as diversity and inclusiveness among their workforce. Here is a telecommunication company that has been trying for years to achieve this particular goal among its workforce, but despite all the effort, is yet to achieve this goal. Now, in this particular dashboard, the task I carried out is to identify the root cost why this particular company is finding it difficult to achieve or improve the level of gender balance among its workforce to achieve that goal of gender balance among its workforce, diversity and inclusiveness. Okay, now this is the welcome page. I've defined the various KPIs and have three different dashboard, the employee dashboard, diversity and inclusiveness dashboard, and the analysis dashboard and the analysis dashboard. Okay, now I have the balance progress dashboard. So when you click on each of this tab, you can navigate to each of the dashboard by just clicking on the tabs. So alternatively, you can use the back button to move backward. Uh, and you can use that to move backward, and you can also use the forward button to move forward. For instance, I also can click on any of this icon to move forward to navigate to another dashboard. So that will take you to the next dashboard. So if you want to go to the diversity and inclusiveness dashboard, that just click on that icon. You'll just jump directly into the diversity and inclusiveness dashboard. If you want to go to the balance progress analysis dashboard, you click on that, and that takes you directly into the balance progress analysis dashboard. So now let's go through this particular dashboard and let's see what the dashboard reveals. Now we go to the employee dashboard. Here it depicts the total number of employees for this particular company and the number of employees that are represented in the senior management level of the company. Then we want to know the number of male and female. We have a filter here. Once you click on the filter, it gives us the number of male and female that are represented in the top managerial level. We can see that for female, but when I click that for male, we can see male are more represented in the top managerial level of this particular company, despite years of trying to close this gap of gender of inequality among the gender in the top managerial level. You can see males they occupy more. And then we can also look at the demographic. We have around 370 male employees and we have the female about 130. You can see this company has not yet achieved equal 250 to 250 male and female. Now, we'll now look at the country-wide level, the diversity and inclusiveness. We can see this represents the country with the highest number of employees in this particular telecommunication company. You can see like France has 92 and Switzerland that has 263 and Germany that has 65. When we look at the number of female, we can see that there are 31, 15, 34, and look that of male. You can see we have more male counterparts compared to the female counterpart. Also, we can look at the years of service. You can see male spend up to more years of service from 5 to 10%. For 5 to 10 years of service, you can see the number of males 16%, then compared to the female, they will have a female up to 17, 10, and we have 6.5, and we have 10. If they are almost the same thing, they will go to the year represents the employee position by percentage. This is a percentage here, the percentage of female the in the top level position, and this represents the percentage of male in the top level position. We can see more male are represented in the top manager level when compared to the female counterpart. So when we go to the diversity and inclusiveness analysis dashboard, we can see the gender here, and we can see the percentage of job level by gender. We can see that male is 17 when it comes to junior level. When you go to the director level, we can see that we have um, more male of around 5 point something percent and 0.8% for that of a female gender. For senior managerial level, we can see in the top managerial level, more male are represented. Now we now go to now, when I look at the gender and the level of nationality, you can see more male are employed than the female. And then you can see for each of the country, we can see that Switzerland, France, and Germany has the highest number among the workforce compared to other people from other countries. Now, this shows that this particular telecommunication company has no level of inclusiveness and diversity among its workforce. Now, when you go to new hire, um, new hire by nationality, those that are newly hired. Now, when you look at those that are newly hired for each of the for each country, you can see that those that are newly hired more is from Switzerland and France and Germany compared to other countries. There is no level of inclusiveness in this particular workforce of this telecommunication company. Now, when I look at promotion, then we look at those that are promoted in 2021, we can see we have more males are more promoted than the female. When you compare to the female, more male are more promoted than the female counterpart. So now let's look at the progress analysis dashboard. Now I'm going to progress analysis dashboard. Now this we can see that we have those information level in 2020. We can see male that are promoted in 2020 and female that are promoted in 2020. Only 8 female compared to that of male. And we can see 2021, the male and the female are 33, 33. But when you look at the growth rate in promotion level, you can see that the female has around 125% growth rate in promotion level, and the male has about 17.86% growth rate. Now, this is saying that this particular telecommunication company has actually improved that they have actually increased their effort to close the gap between the male and the female gender in among the workforce. More female are now given promotion compared to the male counterpart. But this 120, when you look at that of female was 18, then in 2020, in 2021 was 33, while that of male was 28 and just an increase of 5 in 2021. But despite these efforts by this telecommunication company, it has not yet been able to achieve equal level of um, gender balance among its workforce as we see in the employee level. We in the employee level here we have more male. Male is 370 and female is 130. We now go to managerial level, top managerial level, you can see we have more male than the female. So despite the promotion level, this company is still struggling to achieve a balance between the male and the female gender. Now we now look at the job level. Now you can see percentage of female and male employee promotion progress. Now you can see that the male here we have about 30. Okay, let me remove this. The male here you can see here we have the male as about in the top executive level. The male has about 4.75 director, 10.5 senior manager. We have about 15 point something percent. Then when we click on this Now that gives us the female. You can see that the male still top the top managerial level now of this particular company and promotion. And that is further confirming what we've seen in this upper part of the dashboard. Now, when we now look at the number of male and female that leaves the company, now you can see that the number of female that leaves the company, we have yes, that is represented by this small. We have about 10.24% that leaves the company, and but that of male, we have about 8.81%. So that means more female, when employed into this particular company, do not stay longer before moving to another company or before resigning for this particular company. So that also will be part of the reason why the female are not easily promoted to the top managerial level, because they tend to leave the company quicker or sooner when compared to the male counterpart. So now that is that. And also when you look at this particular retention level, the turnover versus retention level of employee in 2020, this KPI measures the extent in which an employee, when is hired into the company, he stays in that company for a period of time before resigning. So when we click from there, we can see that it's 32. We have about 32, um, about 32 here. When we click from the male, we have 34. So 34 male leaves the company in 2020 compared to 24 female leaves the company in 2020 compared to the female compared to the male counterpart. So you can see this is one of the reasons why there is a slow growth in the achieving gender balance among the workforce. So that is one. Also, another root cause for this is the performance level. Now, we look at the performance level in 2019 and 2020. Now we can see this gives us the whole gender. When I decide to, what do I have here? Okay, I already have a female here. Now that is for the female. Now when I click for the male here, that filters all those. Now you can see that the male I have about for the performance level of 2 and 3, I have male of about 50 in 2020 and 56 in 2019. I have 28 and 32. Now and for the higher percentage level, for the higher rating level, I have about 4.26 for male and 3.95 for male for 2020. So when we look at that of a female counterpart, you can see we have a lower ratio here. We have a lower ratio here. We have a low. So overall, for in performance rank, the male tops the female in performance ranking. So this also would be another reason for the male counterpart to be more in the top managerial level than the female counterpart, because for one to have a promotion in the company, the performance level has to be high, and secondly, one needs to stay longer in that particular company. The female doesn't stay longer, but the male counterpart stays longer than the female, and also they have a higher performance rating level. Also, we can also use this dashboard to see more for we look at four and we look at the gender. Here we are looking at female. Now you can see the male we have 10 for the performance rank level of 4, and we have the female 2. So for performance rank level 3, we for performance rank level of 3, we don't have anything for the female, but for the male, for the male we have 133, while for the female we have 85. So this is the reason for the slow grade for this particular company to achieve gender balance among its workforce in the top managerial level, and also um, and also to achieve inclusiveness and diversity among its workforce. So the solution for this particular company is this, is to look for ways in order to make the female counterpart, the female gender, to stay longer in the company. In other words, the company should also be gender friendly. So the conditions or the environment of the workplace should also be friendly to the female counterpart that can induce them to stay longer as the male counterpart. And also, previous programs should be developed by this particular company that can help to improve the performance rating level of the female gender. If you love this video, kindly give it a thumb up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram channel, our TikTok channel, and all our social media. And thank you for watching.